Hi everyone and welcome to UI Policies Overview. So let's start with the basic question, what is a UI policy itself? It simply defines the behavior and visibility of fields on a form. We can make our fields mandatory, visible or not visible, read-only or editable. You must know that the condition must be true in order to execute the UI policy. And what is also very important, that UI policy executes after client scripts. In the basic case, UI policies do not require scripting. So you can easily achieve the following behaviors without scripting. You can make the number field read-only, you can make the configuration item field mandatory, or you can hide the priority field. Keep in mind that client scripts can also hide fields, show fields, and make fields mandatory. If you can always use UI policy instead of a client script for a faster load times and easier maintenance. Now, after this short introduction, let's jump into the ServiceNow and I will show you how to create new UI policy. Okay, so here we are in the ServiceNow. Please also keep in mind to deactivate the previously created client scripts that we were talked about in the previous module. And in order to go to UI policies, just type here UI policies and under the system UI, click the UI policies. Click new. And here we are in a form of the newly created UI policy. First of all, we need to select the table that UI policy will be operating at. So let's select incident table as usual. Let's give it a short description. So basically the short description is, in other words, the name of the UI policy. So let's call it UI policies overview. And let's just save the UI policy. And what we can see here? We can see here two tabs. First is when to apply, and the second is script. We will talk about the script tab in the latter video, and now let's focus on when to apply. So basically, we have our condition builder right here. So we can specify when exactly the UI policy should take action. If no conditions are specified, it will be always true. So the UI policy will always act on specified table and the field. When it comes to the checkboxes beneath the condition builder, the first is global, so it indicates if the UI policy applies to all form views if selected. The second one is reverse if false, so UI policy actions are reserved and the execute if false script executes when policy UI conditions elevate to true. Next one is reverse if false. So UI policy actions are reversed and the execute if false script executes when its UI policy conditions evaluate to false. On load, so it indicates that UI policy will execute on a form load, also on a form change and on a form save. Inherit is pretty common for everything, so it applied the script to any extended tables when selected. Okay, now let's see how we can make a use of UI policy actions. So I have applied a really easy filter for our UI policy. So whenever the state of the incident will be in progress, then we would like to do some actions, and that's why we call it UI policy actions. So for example, let's make maybe the description field, here we are, mandatory, and it should be only mandatory when the state is in progress. As you can see, we have our UI policy action added, and let's quickly check our incident. So as you can see, it is already in a state new, and the description is not mandatory, indicating there is no star next to the field name. But when I change it to the in progress, I should be able to see the star indicating that this is mandatory indeed. If I would remove it, it will be red. But if I will change the state to any other than in progress, the red star should disappear. Keep in mind that you can use it also for making fields mandatory, read-only or editable, as well as hiding or displaying the fields. That's it, and see you in the next video.